The goaltending in Pittsburgh has been a hot topic for nearly a half a decade right now. It's been a while, going back to the Marc-Andre Fleury days when he was the full-time starter. You know, we always like who's going to be the backup for him in case he crumbles in the playoffs. And then we had Vokun, who took over in the playoffs as the starter for a while and did really well. Then we signed Thomas Greiss, hoping to give us some good backup hockey. And then we had the whole thing with Jeff Zatkov. And then we had the whole Matt Murray Fleury thing. That was probably the biggest goaltending topic. And then finally we get past, and that's where we think Murray's the guy. We finally get rid of the whole goalie topic. In comes Casey DeSmith, and the goalie topic is brought up once again. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but it's been a while since I've made a video. Not too long, but it's been a few weeks, and it's not because I've, lost motivation or hadn't had the time. It's just because there was nothing calling my name. What should I make a video about? Penguins were playing, solid hockey, winning games. Besides the trades, there wasn't anything that was like, let me make a video about this. What I want to say here is to stop acting like DeSmith is the future, because yes, he's playing really, really well, but he's not a 920 save percentage goalie. If he is, trade him now and get the world back, but he's not. Maybe he's a starter on some teams, who don't have a starter. He can get the job done as he's doing right now, but he's not a starter. He's just playing really well right now. I doubt he is a starter for his whole, on a Stanley Cup team. What I think DeSmith is he's just a really, really good backup goalie. He's going to come back down to earth, and he's going to be a really, really good backup goalie to the starter. And there's nothing wrong with that. You need two goalies now, and we even proved it in our back-to-back run with Marc-Andre Fleury. If we didn't have Fleury, we weren't going to win the cup. All I'm trying to say is don't give up on Murray because you think you have the next best thing in DeSmith. Because a lot may be disappointed or surprised when he does fall down to earth, right? Now, I have faith in him, and I hope he does prove me wrong. I hope he could be a starter, but, let's keep it real. Who would you rather have going in a playoff run, Matt Murray or Casey DeSmith? Now, I know a lot of people just commented DeSmith because it's kind of like the fun thing to do right now is to hate on Matt Murray. It's what everyone's doing in the fan base. I've seen so many hate comments on Murray, but he's going through a rough patch right now. What if Murray comes back to the 100% good Murray? Now, who would you rather have, the good Murray or the good DeSmith? I think the good Murray any day of the week. So, again, don't give up on Murray because DeSmith might not just be what you think he is. He's 27 and he hasn't proved this, and he could prove all of us wrong or prove me wrong, but we just got to wait and see. All I'm trying to say is be patient. That's all I'm trying to say. Be patient. Murray is still only 24. DeSmith is having great games, but let's not give up on Murray just because DeSmith is having a good couple games. Oh, and one more thing. Can we please stop with this Murray versus DeSmith thing, right? Because we did the same thing with Murray and Fleury, and we, kind of put them against each other. And the entire time we had them, we didn't enjoy having two #1 goalies. We just always said why one is better than the other and why this guy's better than him, and just stop. I never understood why this fan base does that. They wish for one goalie to fail or the other goalie to succeed more than the other. Last time I checked, I want both my goalies to be playing the best hockey they can. You want to know why? Because when they're playing the best hockey they can, the Penguins are playing their best hockey because these goalies both play for the Pittsburgh Penguins. You shouldn't root for Murray to fail because if Murray's failing, your hockey team is failing. I don't get that. You shouldn't root for DeSmith to fail because you want Murray to succeed. You want to know why? Because if DeSmith is failing, then the team is failing. We need both goalies to be playing at their best. And hey, look, I like Murray more than DeSmith, right? I think he's the better goalie. But look, DeSmith is the better goalie right now. I'm happy with that. You want to know why? Because my team is winning with him in the net because he's playing well. As long as my team is winning, I'm okay with it. That's all I'm just trying to say. I don't get why, fans, this goalie thing has been such a big topic over the last couple of years when we should just enjoy both of them. And if we're winning, we should just enjoy whoever's in the net when we win. Because, like I said, both goalies are ours. And when they play well, we play well. Now that I got all of that out of the way, who should be this team's starter? It's the title of the video. We have DeSmith playing really, really well. Murray coming back off of an injury, but before the injury, he was playing really poor. Who should be the team starter? So I've seen a lot of the fans wanting DeSmith to stay in the net, and I completely get that. That's totally understandable because DeSmith is the hotter goalie, and you keep the hot goalie in the net. But this is what I would do. So we have a back-to-back. Penguins play versus the Bruins on Friday, and then the Kings on Saturday. So Friday night in Boston, I would play DeSmith because he is the hotter goalie, and the Bruins are the way better team than the Kings. So you give the hotter goalie and the better goalie right now to the better team, or versus the better team. And then the next day against the Kings, I think that's the best game to get Murray in it because the Kings are the worst team in the NHL. I don't know, standings-wise, I don't know if they are actually the worst team. They could be, actually. But I'm just saying roster-wise and what they have on the ice, they're one of, if not the worst teams in the NHL. They can't score. And I was actually looking forward to see Hagelin again, but he's injured. So even without Hagelin, They just traded away Pearson. They have Kopitar, but other than that, they're very, very slow and can't score. So I think Matt Murray, that'll be a perfect way to get him into it, you know. And the Penguins will be a little tired, but again, it's the LA Kings. I think a tired Penguins team is better than the LA Kings right now because the Kings are a mess. They're slow. I think the Penguins, starting DeSmith, the hot goalie against the better team, hopefully you get 2 points right there. And then a tired team with, a Murray who wants to prove that he's really good and is the team starter. I think you may be able to sweep this back-to-back and get 4 out of 4 points. So if the Penguins do that and Matt Murray plays well against the Kings and wins, I would start Murray the next game, which is on Monday against the Ducks, and then you go from there. But the thing is with Murray now, I wouldn't be too, I guess you could say, nice to him. I don't know if that's the right choice of words, but you know how before he got injured, he had a bad game, would start the next game. He had another bad game, he would start the next game. Now, if he has 1, maybe even 2 bad games, he's out of there. I'm putting DeSmith in the net, and I'm riding DeSmith until DeSmith has a bad game. Because the way I look at it is, I still have Murray as the starter to answer the question. I have Murray as the team starter, but it's 50-50 right now. Or it's 51 Murray, 49% to DeSmith. It's no longer, 80% Murray and, the dominance. I think it's right here. So once Murray has that, that weak game, it's back to 50-50, and then DeSmith could take over. That's how I have it. So I still think Murray is the starter of this team, but not by much. He needs to prove himself back to, be up here again and start majority of the games. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video, comment, share, all that good stuff. And don't forget to check out the podcast. We post every Tuesday and Thursday, but we missed this Tuesday, so we posted Wednesday instead. We posted yesterday. So go check it out. Spotify, SoundCloud, wherever you check your podcast out. It's NHL Pens Podcast. We uploaded the last one on YouTube. Let us know if you want us to continue doing that. And we will be having another one since we posted Wednesday. The next one will be on Friday. And then next week we'll go with the Tuesday, Thursday. So, we're still improving. We're not the best. The audio is a little bit glitchy. We're trying to fix it. But don't worry, thank you for supporting. Thank you for being on the ride. And I will see you guys on the next video. Thank you for watching.